Happy Sunday, bitches, bitches, baby bitches. I thought we could just be friends. I was wrong. I thought we could. Good morning. What up? I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. Good morning. How are you? Give me an adjective to describe your week. I put my faith in God and magic. I was wrong. I put my faith in God and magic. Hey, I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. Yeah. That song is called, as you can imagine, I Was Wrong. It is located on the Boots Guide album by Jim Boots, and it's located on all major platforms. Happy Sunday for you guys. If it's your first time, this is Sunday Inspiration. This is where you get a different side of my personality, equally as entertaining, but more enlightening than anything. And I have a lot to say. This Sunday Inspiration is going to hopefully hit a little bit different. First of all, Source, God, Allah, Jesus, whoever you put your energy into, be grateful. Be grateful. No matter what you're going through, it could be so much worse. Okay, and there's somebody out there in the world that has it so much worse than you do. We need to express gratitude frequently. I've said this quite often throughout my show. Thank you. You know, I always say thank you. But gratitude really, really does define your aptitude. Before we get started today, I want to just do a couple of housekeeping things really quickly. Let me close my computer because I'll start working. Sessions are available for June. Yeah, they're booking up very, very quickly, so make sure that you get those in. If you do purchase on Friday, just remember, your question will be answered on Monday. It will come directly to your technological device, okay? And I will be doing a show on Monday because there's a lot of celebrity stuff going on right now, such as Usher and Chris Brown, such as Doja Cat and that bad tattoo, such as Krishan Rock, which I think most of you guys missed my reading on her. Make sure you scroll back because there is a receipt fucking brewing with that. A very tangible receipt because I don't miss, okay? Everybody knows Miss Never Miss Boots Durango, Boots Tarot. She's the best. Spells are available. Everything's available. Code TGIF still takes a percentage off of your orders. And Afterpay is the code that you would like to use. The application that you would like to use if you're going through some things and you want to see your mother. I got you covered. Just make sure to understand that those sessions are booking up quickly since Afterpay is up. Some people are having some issues with Afterpay. I don't know what the problem is, bitch. I don't know what to tell you. I am not IT. I am IT. I mean, I do everything myself. I mean, to call somebody, hire somebody, whatever. But some people are okay with it. Some people are having problems looking at it. But I do know that Afterpay is located at the end. When you finish checking out, they give you that option on checkout. For somebody who's used Afterpay on my website, please let the girls know what to do because I don't know what your experience is like. I mean, I should know, but I'm busy doing other things. You know, I made it available to you. You figure it out, bitch. Sorry, that was Boots. I was trying to be a little bit more professional, so let me say that again. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns dealing with Afterpay, ask Afterpay. That was more professional, right? Right. Any other announcements that need to be made? No. Just keep your notifications on for next week. I don't know if I'm still shadow banned or what, but for me it really doesn't matter because I service who comes to the lemonade stand, and you guys are always drinking my lemonade. Go ahead and give me lemon emojis in the comment section. As always, I'm in my head. I'm in a constant state of reflection. You guys know I live alone. I met the neighbor. Okay, real quick before we get into Sunday inspiration. I met the neighbor. He's so cool. He has a Rottweiler. He's single. He's short and black and old, so I don't want him. You know what I'm saying? That would be a conflict of interest anyway if you do want your neighbor, But he's really cool. He likes to fish, and he's already got his backyard looking better than mine. And I've been here for 2 years. I have to do something about that. No shade. So I'm about to turn this bitch into a whole lot forest out this motherfucker. You heard me? No shade. Did y'all get notifications? I don't know if y'all got notifications. If you did, cool. If you didn't, I'm still shadow banned. Hopefully by tomorrow. It typically only lasts a week, so hopefully by tomorrow my numbers will start reflecting what it needs to reflect. Okay. Anything else to discuss? Birthday plans. I do have plans for my birthday, and all I'm doing is swimming in my pool. That's it. I'm inviting my staff over and their children, and my best friend and his pets. And we're just going to swim in my pool. It's not a big party. Last year, we kind of did it up with the pomp and circumstance. And this year, I'm more reflective. I'm more, different. I guess, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, it feels like my birthday, but it don't feel like my birthday. I'm turning 33. And, I bought a car yesterday. Yeah, and I got her name. Her name is BB. Okay, it stands for Big Body, Big Bertha, whatever type of BBs you can create. Let me know in the comment section. But her name is BB. It's a girl, and she is technologically advanced. Bitch, I feel like I'm driving a spaceship in that motherfucker. But I am so impressed with my mother. She is a beast. Now I know where I get my shit from. When it comes to handling business. Well, when it comes to handling business, my mother knows exactly what she's doing. And she really impressed me. I haven't seen that side of her since I had parent-teacher conferences in high school. So she went in there and she talked this man down, talked this man up. I don't know what the hell was going on, but I was learning. A part of me taking so long to buy a car is because I don't like processes and I don't like people in my fucking business. They learn all about your credit score. They learn all about how you spend your money, who you dealing with, auto loans, insurance. And bitch, I've been riding dirty for 6 months. I didn't even know I was riding dirty for 6 months, bitch. But ignorance is fucking bliss, okay? Because I have my insurance on auto pay, and I lost my debit card at this little club thing or whatever, so I had a temporary card. Well, they regret to inform me that my auto pay had lapsed, so I'm up in there trying to buy a car with no fucking insurance. Luckily, I met somebody by the name of Deshaun yesterday, and I called him on the phone or whatever, and he got me qualified in less than 20 fucking seconds, bitch, and I drove off in that new Caddy, okay? Cadillacs are very classic. That was the first car that I ever remember riding around in with my mother. She used to collect Cadillac sedan DeVilles, and I got a Cadillac XT6. And there are a lot of signs and symbols in going into this big milestone of my life. And I consider it a milestone. Of course, the house is a milestone, but buying a car is a milestone. And the XT6, I'm turning 33. 3 plus 3 equals 6. We left out with the latest model of Cadillac that has ever been created. And I foresee myself driving it. That's all I can say. I'm happy about the purchase. And it's my gift to myself for my birthday. And other than that, let's talk about things I have to do. Studio on Thursday to finish Pride. Saturday is my photo shoot for my birthday. I hope you guys like the aesthetic. It's definitely very Boots. And I'm ready to drop the performance of Boots Bakery for you guys as well. That's going down on my birthday. And if you ever want to send me anything for my birthday, because all I'm doing is a very small, intimate party at my house. And then I will open up your gifts for you guys. I don't even plan on getting dialed up that day. I normally consider my birthday a purge. And I'm typically alone on my birthday, on my actual birthday. So it is definitely a purge and a purge of realization. Again, the beginning song was called "I Was Wrong," and it is talking about how you feel like you are doing everything wrong. Your magic is wrong, praying to God is wrong. You feel like a genuine victim, not like you're victimizing yourself, but you feel like a genuine victim. And nothing you do is working. Nothing you do is making you proud or appeasing the universe in a way that is satisfying to you. And that song I've written in the guise of that energy. Now, I'm not feeling like that now, but I am going to dissect something that I posted on my Facebook page, and I actually posted it on my Instagram story earlier this week. I think it was like 2 days ago, and this is like a realization that's happening with me. This is accompanied with a lot of signs and symbols in my reality that I have recorded, and it's also a very cataclysmic experience happened to me 2 days ago that really curved my succubus. Well, apparently, I'm no longer shadow banned. Well, thank you. Oh my God, I want to show y'all my penis. Oh my God, hi guys. My real numbers are here. What's up? I'm so happy. Jesus. Well, it typically takes a week. Why is your cat hair all on Mr. Num Num? Come here, Moon. I gotta show you something. Why is your cat hair all over Mr. Num Num? Do you see Mr. Num Num? You Moon. Okay. Well, I put Mr. Num Num right there so you don't see my penis, but I have to be comfortable to talk about what I'm about to talk about. Thank you, guys. Thank you for my numbers. Okay, I missed them. But like I said, it's less about them and it's more about you. Maybe it's something I needed to learn. But now it's time for you to learn through my personal experience. Let me preface this by saying that my life is a testimony, and I consider social media like my living journal. So for those of you guys, how long have you been following me? You know, you've gone through the ups, the downs, the breakups, me and my mother getting into it. You've gone through me adopting my pets. You've gone through me buying this crib. I mean, you've been through everything with me, somewhat like a best friend. You know what I'm saying? So when I speak to you guys about my personal business, it's really what I be going through. And it is to inspire you with whatever you're going through. There are so many times, you can ask my girl Dharma, Abria Boat, who just showed up in here. Everything I go through, she be going through the same thing. It's like mirroring experiences here, and it makes you feel less alone. I want to preface this by saying that when I say God said something to me, these are not literal words that are being spoken unto me. These are euphoric energies and feelings that I am interpreting using the English language and my obtuse vocabulary. Do you understand that? So when I'm it's not like I'm sitting up here having conversations. We have spiritual conversations with God, and I can dissect what the subtle feelings are in what is trying to be portrayed to me in my living experience. Is that understood? I know we are not stupid here, okay? But I know some people are just here for the shits and giggles and the shenanigans, but I'm a very intellectual and spiritual creature behind all of that. I portray it in a way that you can understand. But on Sunday Inspirations, we typically go a little bit deeper in terms of this. Okay, so I want to preface that by saying that I made a Facebook post the other day that got really, really good receptivity, and I want to read it first, and then I'm going to break it down to you, and hopefully you guys can understand it. By the way, tithes and offerings. If you want to give some tithes to this free Sunday service, you are more than welcome to. It's located on my website. Just look in the tip jar, and it is donations, okay? This is what I spake or spoke. When your vibration raises, the lower vibrational activities, clubbing, socializing, the partying, drinking, smoking with a lot of people, begin to become a bit mundane, and you question the point. You also may question the point of what is the point of doing it in the first place. They are still, and they, meaning people who haven't raised their vibration, are still trying to find what you have found. In that moment, you have to surround yourself with people who have also raised their vibrations, i.e. business conferences, spiritual retreats, enlightening conventions, higher vibrational activities when it comes to socializing. Nothing is wrong with you. You may experience an existential crisis, but after the transition of your rise, I promise you, it's normal. You will experience a time where you feel isolated and alone until you realize this. Here is your cheat code to the in-between. Go ahead and write down in the comment section in all capital letters, the in-between. This place was first coined by Stranger Things. Okay, it's a show on Netflix that has really gone to shit. I mean, the first 2 seasons was cool, but this third and I don't know what the fuck y'all doing right now. But that's neither here nor there. The in-between is a state of transition where you can tangibly see things shift in your reality. Typically, it is sparked by milestones that will be perceived as trophies to other people. There's no coincidence that after I purchased this home, everyone who attended my first birthday party, I am no longer tight with, except for 1 or 2 individuals. When you reach a milestone in your life, whether it is buying a car, whether it is buying a home, whether it is a new high-paying job, whether you are starting to appear different, whether you switch up your wardrobe and you are starting to wear things that people that once were around you can't afford any longer, you are transitioning and you might be in a space of discombobulation as to why these individuals no longer are in connection with you. And for the longest time period, I thought something was wrong with me. I couldn't for the life of me understand why I felt like I wasn't changing. But everyone around me's intentions, everyone around me's motivations in being around me began to shift. And I'm sitting here thinking that I'm the fucking issue. I'm not the issue. My vibration has raised and we're no longer compatible spiritually. That doesn't have to spawn conflict. That doesn't have to spawn drama. However, when it comes to me, of course it fucking does. Everybody I no longer fuck with, we fell out in isolated incidents that don't correlate with one another. So it wasn't like this big, Boo said, fuck everybody he cool with. It was, I have a problem with you, I have a problem with you, I have a problem with you. And my only wish is that you guys understand what the higher vibrational energy that you are receiving is doing to you in society. Okay, that is my only wish for you, because I just got this yesterday. And it's no coincidence that I just got this yesterday. And the symbol of transition, that meaning my car, let's be clear, the physical representation of my transition being over was sacramented by the purchase of a new way of transportation in the physical realm. That might be a little too deep for you, so let's back it up. All right, so you got goals. Let's start at the basics. You have goals. You have a goal of being a high-powered businesswoman. I read them all the time. You have goals of being in politics. I read those girls all the time. You have these goals, right? And that goal is a connection between you and source. Do you understand? When you become divinely inspired, whether you are looking for inspiration or you've always known, like I have known, what you wanted to do, that is a covenant with your God, with your deity. Now, mind you, around here, we don't believe in just one God. We believe that whatever you believe is right for you. Okay? So whether that God is Jesus or whether that God is Satan or Dionysus, it don't really matter. When you are divinely inspired to fulfill a purpose brought forth by the deity, dissected by the source in which you attune your spiritual energy to, that is an agreement with that energy. Okay? That gives your life an ordained purpose. That gives you a meaning. You just did not wake up one day and say, this is what I want to do. Okay? You might have physically became inspired, but you knew what you was going to do before you even incarnated in the physical realm. Some of us lose track of that because of all the noise in this realm. And some of us wake up later. And hopefully, fucking with me, I'll wake your black ass the fuck up. Okay? Now, when you have this covenant with God, you know, and you start to align yourself with purpose, I'm going to take you back. I thought that the talent and the ability to harbor attention and the comfortability being a gender-bending, non-binary individual growing up in the world unapologetically, I thought that my purpose was to harbor attention for myself. And when I thought that, I wasn't successful at all. I was a spectacle. I was a mockery of what God wanted me to be. And what ends up happening is he will break you down. I was in LA living out of my car, the same car that I did not sell to trade in to get this one. The green Toyota Corolla that I ride around in with the gold rims on there, it didn't have no gold rims. It had a busted up mirror because I hit that bitch on the way to LA driving through motherfucking Texas, bitch. Okay? And it had car that I was living out that bitch parked in Malibu. I raised my hands to God and yelled at him. I cried and I said, bitch, why the fuck you got me all the way out here? I'm all the way out here. I feel comfortable here. I feel like I've been here before, but I don't understand what the fuck you got me doing. Raised my hands to God, had to go home, started a multi-million-dollar business out of my mother's garage because I ended up using my ability to help others. That was the missing link, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about after you have realized your purpose, after you have been executing these things and God is starting to reward you with milestones. Why is it that the same things that once brought you joy aren't resonating with you anymore? I began to feel guilty for not wanting to leave my home. I began feeling like something was wrong with me. I developed social anxiety, to where I got to use Lexapro to get through. I started to be very isolated. And you guys were with me this whole time because even though I'm going through my experience, I still show up for you. And that, being my purpose, is fueling my journey right now. Do you understand? This is a bit abstract, and I know I'm going in this morning, but I got a lot to say. The transition represented by the Emerald Tarot card, then evolving into the Phantom Tarot card. Initially, I thought Phantom was the conclusion. I thought Phantom represented the destination. But as I look at the Phantom Boots Tarot card, that card is still moving. I designed it this way. And again, this is, Spirit working through me artistically. Now, when I designed the BB Tarot card, she's going to be parked because I finally arrived. You understand? I finally feel like I've arrived. I can wake up and say, I deserve to be on this lake. That took a long time. I'm still weary about it. I still wake up sometimes and wonder where the fuck I'm at and how the fuck did I get here. Because you got to keep in mind, I was an orphan getting fed scraps, living in a bunk bed for 8 years of my life. Now, that's not the majority of the life outside of that experience, but I'll never forget that. You know what I'm saying? So, a part of it is being humble, but another part of it is you have to transition. And the transition, for me, spawned insecurity. Okay. I'm reflecting this with you because I need to reflect it with myself. The transition spawned so much insecurity that the most secure I felt was performing for you. You understand? So, I'm telling you, it's normal to not relate to the people you used to smoke weed with on the porch when God is leveling up your vibration. Okay? It is normal not to enjoy loud-ass music and not being able to have pivotal conversations in a socializing atmosphere. Okay? People are going to question, what's wrong with you? What happened to you? You didn't used to be like that. Yeah, and I also didn't used to be worth $2.1 million either. People are going to question, like, you have a pool in the back. Can we come swimming? The old me, yeah. Invite you and your homegirls over here. Now I'm like, I need my dome. I need my space. You're going to question yourself. You're going to think about who you were and compare who you are now to who you were. And I'm letting you know that that's normal. Okay? But you'll never be that person again. Because God is leveling you up. Okay? Let's dissect what I've written. And while I'm doing this, reflect in the comment section how your transition has been. Because no matter... And 7.8 Blessings just said something about cautiousness. When the anointing or when your vibration is raised so much that it's blowing your childhood self's mind. Like, if you would have showed me this version of myself at 8 years old, I wouldn't have believed you. 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 You know what I'm saying? I hear the Spirit of God saying that it's not fragile. So, going back to what 7.8 just said, something about being cautious. I've been overly cautious since the pandemic. Overly cautious. I am careful about where I go. I'm careful about who I go with. I'm careful about who I invite to my space. I've gone through the loss of connections, romantically, platonically. I can count on my hand how many people I fuck with right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's because most people on the planet are like crabs in a bucket. Everybody wants to escape the bucket. They'll even help you to try to escape the bucket. But when you out the bucket, you by yourself. They still trying to get out the bucket where you crawled out from. Okay. Then you got some crabs that'll grab onto your tail as you're leaving the bucket, hoping that they can leave the bucket with you. You know what I'm saying? And these are isolated incidents. Then you get those crabs that don't want to see you leave the bucket, and they start clawing you while you still trying to come out. You know? Let's dissect. Let's dissect. And I really wish Instagram would save comments when I watch this back. Because I really want to see y'all's experience about your transition to where you are now. And where you are now is just a preview of where you'll evolve to next. This isn't my last destination. Even though you could consider me successful, I'm still hungry. You at your last destination when you can sit back in a rocking chair and say, I did that. I'm still doing it. You know what I'm saying? You still doing it. But you're not where you was. And this is like your cheat code to the transition. It's normal to question yourself. It's normal to be lonely. It's normal to develop social anxiety because now you as an individual is a prize. You can't treat your body like you used to treat your body. You can't throw your body to niggas just for the sake of enjoying sex. You are a prize. You are special. And you got to realize it. Everybody around you can realize it. But until you take your blinders off and accept what God is doing for you and how it is reflected in tangible milestones in the physical realm, then you ain't going to be able to move forward. You got to accept where you're at. You know, and I finally, as of yesterday, I finally accepted. And I'm going to tell y'all a funny story. I was just going to tell Squad, but I'm going to tell you guys about a terrible sexual experience that really, really kicked my ass the day before I bought this car. But we'll talk about that soon. When your vibration raises, let's talk about what raising vibrations mean. This is a metaphor for leveling up. Okay, raising your vibration is a spiritual cliche. Vibratory energy is basically represented by alpha, delta, and gamma waves of thought, waves of processing information. The plebeian energy vibrates here. It's more, thank you. It's more ebbs and flows. Higher vibrational beings vibrate rapidly when it comes to the electromagnetic pull that your brain has, generating electricity through your body. Remember when I was at the doctor last week and they ran an EKG? That EKG reads the electricity that is generated by your brain. Higher vibratory activities increase that vibratory frequency. Lower vibrational activities, smoking, drinking, doing bullshit, lowers it. Okay, and most people are vibrating on a moderate frequency, not low, not high, just existential. Okay. When I talk about higher vibratory activities, this is when you are harboring more energy that is going to increase that vibratory frequency or the electricity that your body produces. Okay. When you are operating in a higher vibratory frequency, it is said to be inspirational to you. You get euphoric ideas. You can become telepathic. You can begin to move objects with your mind. A lot of these things are in existence, and some of these things I can do. I've been afraid to demonstrate them to you, but it's motherfucking time. Okay. So on my birthday, I'm gonna start to show y'all what I'm really working with here. So when your vibration raises, when you're going from this to this, okay, the lower vibrational activities, mindless activities, activities that deal with dampening the vibration to normalize yourself. Let's talk about this. This is why I love Coke. 2.5 years clean. What it does, it makes me feel like a regular person. It makes me feel normal. It eases me into the vibration of the planet. Okay, and the vibration of Earth is a whole different thing. We're not talking about that today. But this is why I like to drink. This is why I like to smoke. This is why when I'm out in society, I don't have a craving to drink at my home. But the minute that I hit a social environment, I want to drink so that I don't feel like I am vibrating higher than my environment. Okay, but it begins to feel a bit mundane. That's because it is no longer a relatable thing to do. This is a sign of your transition. This is a sign of your upgrade. This is a sign of your vibration raising itself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Give me a thumbs up if you do. This is a very, very abstract concept. Okay? Drinking and smoking, and it begins becoming a bit mundane. The plebeian activity, shopping, going to the mall, spending money that you could use for something more productive. It don't hit the same, bro. It don't hit the same. These are signs and symbols of your transition upward to fulfilling the purpose God has for you. And you begin to question the point. You guys, this has been me the last 2 weeks. What's the point of existing? What's the point in breathing? What's the point in doing this? You begin to question the point of everything. And that was me for the last 2 weeks, but I finally got it. You also may question what is the point of doing it or doing anything. That's true. Y'all have seen me have my existential crisis. And because I put a label on it, I'm able to capture it and reflect my experience when it comes to you. Okay? They are still trying to find what you have already found. What are they trying to find? Divinity. They're trying to find purpose. They're trying to find that thing that gives you that tingling in the cooch. They're trying to find the burst of inspiration that is going to make them millions. But see, they're focused on the wrong thing. Money is lower vibrational. Abundance is higher vibrational. Abundance is being taken care of at every single base of the baseball field. Money is going to pay your bills and give you materialistic things. Abundance is overflow of everything you need to satisfy your living existence. Y'all chasing money, lower vibrational. I'm trying to have overflow. Then purpose behind that overflow. To help others, I'm going to fill your cup up. To help yourself, I'm going to let you taste it, and then I'm going to snatch it away from you. These are alchemic formulas that the universe works with every single person with. When you realize this, you're going to be all right. When you realize this is a key to your abundance. It's a key to your salvation. Selfishness is lower vibrational. Wanting to look designer is lower vibrational. And I kept asking myself, God, why these niggas be so fine, but I ain't clicking with them? You can be fine and lower vibrational. Well, there's some fine ass motherfuckers that's higher vibrational too. Only problem is they're rare. I'd rather a rare Pokemon, Pika, than a motherfucking Caterpie. I'm talking to somebody. In that moment, you have to surround yourself with people who have raised their vibrations, i.e. business conferences, spiritual retreats, enlightening conventions, higher vibratory activities when it comes to socializing. I'm testing my theory now. I'm going to test that theory now. Okay. I have to be honest with you. I'm very confident in the character of Boots. Very confident in that gender non-binary expressionism of myself. When I leave my house, I am performing. Right? All right, so I am interpreting what God is saying. If you don't do it, go all out. I've been half-assing it. I've been bumming in these streets. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, after I get off the show, I take off all of my wardrobe and I be at the house. And if I go to the store or something like that, I'm bumming it. I gotta position myself in places where I can let that expression flow freely, post-pandemic, post-higher vibratory frequency, post-realization. And you would think as a performer, oh my God, he's so confident, X, Y, and Z. Part of me not leaving is because I don't want to be judged. Okay? I surround myself in agreement. I've never been this way before, though. But I feel like this is also a part of the transition and coming to a close. It was easier to present the character of my person when I was transitioning or pre-transition. I ain't give a fuck, right? I would wear trash bags to class. I would get on any stage. I would go crash any party. I would be me. And for a long time, I was wondering, am I losing my confidence? And that's not what it was. The portrayal of my person is godlike. And everybody don't need to bear witness to it. It's not insecurity. It's not lack of confidence. What it is me realizing that my light in a room everybody don't deserve. Prior to that, I didn't give a fuck where I was. I didn't give a fuck what I was doing. I didn't give a fuck how I was portraying myself. And now I'm stepping out the crib bumming because I felt like I was insecure to present myself to the world now, post-pandemic. That's not what it is. Everybody don't deserve to bear witness to me. So I have to now participate in events that are worthy of my presence. And that is not to be cocky. I don't want it to be portrayed as being cocky. It's not cocky. It is realizing divinely the higher vibratory space that I occupy now. It's so easy as you are transitioning to label things negatively. This is anxiety. This is insecurity. This is X, Y, and Z. But when you peel back the layers of what you're going through, it's divine. God is giving you these feelings because he's working with you in a way that he is not working with others or hasn't worked with others that you have previously surrounded yourself by. Somebody said, you know your worth. I've battled with my worth for a long time. I'm an entertainer. I'm a performer. I'm at home performing, you know, and prior to this divine upgrade, you know, the world was my stage. But in a play, they close the curtain, right? And then the actors change clothes. My bad. The actors change clothes. And then the curtains open again. Right? Right? Well, the curtains have been closed for me since February 2020. And what sparked it was a very traumatic event in Vegas. And then the pandemic was right after that. Ooh, boogers. Ooh. God and your sense of humor. As I'm becoming divinely inspired, you throw a boogie in my nose. It's still there. Still. Okay. So, so stupid. The curtain's been closed since February 2020. And as I've been preparing myself to reopen the curtain, I had to understand some shit. And I'm about ready to open up the curtain, but the audience is going to be different. You know what I'm saying? The same people who paid for the show that I was putting on, they might not be in the audience when that curtain opens back up. Okay? And hopefully in this space, you understand that backstage, as the curtain is closed, your makeup artist is different. Your hairstylist is different. Your wardrobe assistant is different. Your lines are going to be different. You know, I love this metaphor. Thank you, God. I feel this. The spotlight gonna shine different when you open up that curtain again. You might not recognize your audience anymore when that curtain opens. Because the same audience that was there, who didn't pay shit to see you perform before, gonna have to come up off top. You know? Let's go back. Let's check the board. I love Rashonda, by the way. So I'm gonna test this theory. You know, I wanted to go to the Derby, didn't make it, ended up buying a car instead. I ain't mad at it. Hey. Okay. I then reiterate, nothing is wrong with you. You may experience an existential crisis. And for me, that is the last step in realizing where you are. You know what I'm saying? That's the last step in realizing that, okay, like, I done leveled up. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I've been fighting against the realization that I've leveled up, but I'm humble to a core. Okay? I'm frugal. I'm humble. I really don't spend money like that. I got it to spend, but I spend my money taking care of my mom and taking care of the necessities in my life. And giving back and working and leveling up my business. And as you guys can see, the production on Boots Bakery was all paid for by me. My album sold 21,000 copies. Thank you. And I'm putting all that money into making the best music video I can make. I recycle. I live for art. I live for entertainment. So you understand. Okay. It's normal. The existential crisis part was happening for the past 2 weeks. And that's when I'm questioning, like, what's the point in doing anything? You know, as this is a guide to your higher vibratory transition, that's normal. Questioning yourself. I put a label on it, then I began to learn it. You understand how fast that took place? I told you I put a label on it. What was that, Tuesday or Wednesday show? I said I put a label on this bullshit, and I'm going to be able to capture it in a tarot card. I ain't captured the card yet. I haven't designed the card yet, but I got the energy. And because I label it, I can actually learn it. That's like the last step when your vibration is going from this to this. Okay, the last step, what the point? Outer body experiences happen. Dreams will become a lot more vivid. The people that's supposed to be with you gonna still be with you. My mother, my producer, my manager, my assistant, my best friend Donnie. Yep. They still gonna be with you through every phase, you know. You become more intimately related to animals. Notice how I be talking to my geese every day. We'll go out there in a minute so you guys can see. Thank God they died that muddy ass lake. You'll start to live in your purpose in a way that feels normal. Doing a show is normal for me. It's not hard. It's not hard. I still have that feeling of I'm about to get on stage right before I hit the go live button, you know? So that's my endorphin of the day. You know what I mean? And then there's going to be, after the existential crisis, it's going to be a sense of quiet. Quiet. Real quiet. You're going to begin to listen deeply to your own voice. You're going to begin to be entertained by different kinds of music. You'll start to dress different. You'll start to portray yourself different. You'll start to take care of your skin. I mean, it's something. It's a thing. You'll start to indulge in, like, really relaxing activities. Like, you'll travel to LA just to get a massage by your favorite masseuse, if you can afford it, you know. You'll start to eat sushi instead of fried chicken, even though I got McDonald's last night. You'll start to take your health seriously. You know, I went to the doctor for the first time in 5 years, you know. A part of this is about becoming grown. And then you will, and this is the last thing I'm going to say before we go to the lake. Is that motherfucker in my pool? Goddamn geese. That pool needs to be cleaned anyway. The last thing I'll tell you is that we are all blessed with angels and demons in this reality. They both have a purpose. Angels get most of the recognition, but we do have guardian demons too. And I'm going to say something very transparent to you. I was sexually molested in the orphanage. Okay? And during that time period, I was introduced to the succubus and incubus energy. Okay? These are sex demons that require sacrifice often. But they also have your back. They're going to protect you from anybody with ill intentions. They're going to ward off any negative entities. You are basically owned by that demon, right? Or you create an agreement with them, and they can actually, you know, you work together. You know what I'm saying? I formed an agreement with mine when I was 13. And I'm being very transparent with you. And they demand something, and mine is a female, and she demands semen often. This has led to my physical body overly producing testosterone. I actually might have to get one of my testicles removed, the doctor said, because my body, and it's crazy, I dress like a bitch, but I have more sperm than your nigga. But that is the physical manifestation of what I've experienced spiritually, okay? I had an experience 2 days ago, and this is a part of leveling up too. It is the tangible conversation of your angels and demons and allowing them to understand that this is your experience here. You are here to guide. You are not here to rule. I had this experience 2 days ago. It was a sexual experience and it was awful. And I'm not going to tell you guys about it, but I am going to tell Squad about it. Since that time period, I can control when my dick go up and when it don't. I've never had this ability before. Okay, my dick goes up underneath the table when I'm having a session. I gotta jack off. It takes 2 minutes and I start ski. Bitch, I have always bubbled over with semen. I can ejaculate 5 to 20 times a day. Okay, and I just thought it was normal. And when I say, hey, can I go to the bathroom? I'm going to the bathroom, standing up at that urinal, click, click, boom. Bam, going back to the thing. Ah, that feels great. Now, mind you, I love sex. Okay, I love sex. I love being attracted to people. I love all this stuff. I had the most mind-blowing experience that was negative with sex, so much so that it put my succubus in her place. So the last element, after the existential crisis, and I'm going to tell Squad what it was, after the existential crisis phase of your higher vibratory frequency transition, you are going to be in a place of bossness when it comes to the angels, demons, and deities that you are participating with. After that moment, I had a dream that most of the recent deities, Clymene, Archangel Raphael, the Baron, Hecate was up in that bitch. The Baron actually took his hat off to me, and they bowed to me. It was a dream, but they acknowledged where I have gotten to, and my succubus, Lilith, I wasn't supposed to tell y'all her name. My succubus came through, and she was the last one to bow. It was 6 of them. I'm turning 33. 3 plus 3 equals 6. I got the XT6. That's my car. That's the car that I purchased. In that moment of vision, I turned on the Justice League, and there were 6 of them. Wonder Woman, The Flash, Superman, Batman, Aquaman, and Hawkgirl. And they were all bowing to another deity. This was reflected physically with what I just experienced mentally. I finally got a handle on my lust. Therefore, I'm now symbolically represented by the mode of transition in the physical realm being new, my car. I finally feel like I have captured in totality how it feels to go from being a broke ass nigga, orphan without no mother and father, to a multi-million-dollar businessman. And I'm grateful. I'm not only grateful for what I've gained, but I'm grateful for the understanding. And I'm also grateful that you guys can bear witness to my testimony. All right, let's go to the lake. Shall we? We shall. I'm going to have to turn my Wi-Fi off so it might stutter a little bit. Hold on 1 second. All right, Wi-Fi off. Let's go to the lake real quick. Hey, Serby. Get back, Poppy Choy. Don't mess with them geese. Leave them geese alone. My hot tub is broken right now. As you can see, there's no light on there, but we get that fixed next weekend. Welcome to my backyard, everybody. The bees, that represents squad. If you go over there, I'm going to beat you. Sorry, I have to discipline my baby. Okay, my pool need to be open. Ignore everything. My toes look good, though. Give me the ball. Give me that ball right now if I beat your ass in front of all these goddamn people. 700 people in here. You act crazy. Sit down. All right. You want to go swimming today? Come on. Leave them geese alone. You ready? Leave them geese alone. Oh, you getting zapped. Come here. Sit down. Come here. Sit. Okay, go over there. Just go over there. Just go over there. Where y'all going? Damn, y'all motherfuckers eat more than I ever seen. Oh, they turned the lake blue. Praise God. There go the motherfucking geese and they babies. That's Destiny's Child. As you can see, Beyonce is the first one. Michelle is the last, and Kelly is right behind the mother. Let us pray. Thank you guys for a beautiful day of understanding. Thank you guys for probably one of the best Sunday inspirations I've ever done. Thank you for the arrival. Thank you for allowing me to arrive healthy, happy, at peace. Thank you for adulting. Thank you for my audience. I'm just praying for clarity amongst the masses, and hopefully something that I said through your voice is going to assist with that. Any hurt, harm, or danger, any worry, I pray it away. And last but not least, as always, I just want to say thank you. Amen. I say whatever you say, it is okay. Don't you go in there. Okay. It's not right, but it's okay. We're gonna make it anyway. Hey, together. All right, guys. Have a good Sunday. I'll be live tomorrow at 11. Talking about Chris Brown. Talking about taking that organ donation off your ID. I heard you, squad. And talking about who else? Krishan, Doja Cat, and that bat on her back. That bat on her back. Doja Cat. Yes. Y'all want to see a little preview of the car? Look, I want to show it off and shit. Sit your black ass down. I'll beat your ass in front of all these people. Motherfucker, get my goddamn nerve. What I'm gonna eat? Move, ho. What it is, ho? Go back over there. You getting zapped. Okay, there go a little preview up right there. You see it? It's right there. Don't worry, I'll introduce it to you the right way. Okay. All right. Bye. I'll holler.